So hi all, welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss the next question. So the question is to test the validity of a number, to check whether the given phone number is valid or not. Okay, so these are the concept. So valid phone numbers are the 10-digit number. We know that phone numbers are 10-digit number. So according to a condition, this phone numbers should begin with 7, 8 or 9. These should be the first digits of our phone number, either 7, either 8 or either 9. Okay, and there is another constraint given. The number of phone numbers to be entered should be between 1 to 10, and the length of numbers should be 10. And if it is a valid phone number, you have to print yes in caps. Okay, remember you have to print yes in capital letters, and you have to print, if not, you have to print no in capital letters. And make sure that you are printing as such that is given as the output. If you are printing small letter yes, it will generate the error message. So for this first line, first input, you have to read the number of, and first input we have to read the number of phone numbers that we are going to enter. Then we are initializing a list because we are entering these numbers into the list. Then for I range of n, so it will traverse from 0 to 9. So each time we will be entering another number, and we are taking this digits, the phone number, as an integer value. Okay, and we are appending it to the list. To add an element to the list, we are using append function. Using append function, you could append the element or the insert the element to the end of the list. So with this statement, we have completely entered all the numbers. Before that, there is a condition here. The n should be between 1 to 10. So inside this loop, we have to put I1 less than or equal to n and n less than or equal to 10. Okay, I have to put this in the tabs, pivot tab space. Now we have to check again. We have to check each numbers. So we have to take each element from the list. So for I in L, we have to check whether the length of each number is equal to 10, and we have to check whether the digits, this with this ln of I equal to 10, we are checking whether the length or the number of digits is 10. Next we have to check whether it begins in 7, 8 or 9. So for that you could use the membership operator, L of, not L of 0, it is like I of 0. You will get the first number I of 0 in 7, 8, 9. That means here it will check whether our string, whether our number begins with 7, 8, 9. So I of 0 will give the first number, first digit of a number, and we have to check whether that is either 7, either 8 or 9. If it is like that, we have to print yes, else we have to print it as no. Okay, let's run the code. And here you could see in test case 1 you have generated error message. Why? Because here you could see for this 8F5 we have generated yes, but the actual output is no. So next condition that we have to satisfy is all the numbers we are entering should be digits. So for that we have another built-in function, I dot is digit. So if I dot is digit means it will check whether the number that we have entered is an integer value. So you could see we have passed all the sample test cases. Let's check we have and you could see that we have passed all the hidden test cases too. So like this we have passed all the test cases. So let's move on to the next question. The next question is an exception question. Exception question means whenever we are generating some error, the interpreter will display that error. So to avoid displaying that error, or to continue running the program in a smooth way, you could control the error, or you could handle the error within our program. So that is try and exception. So those statements that we have to monitor, or those statements that has a chance of error, is placed inside the try, and the methods to solve that are placed inside the exception. So here we are in this question we have to deal with two errors, that is zero division error and value error. Zero division error means it occurs when we are dividing a number with zero, and value error means when, if you want to divide, we require two integers. When one of the number that we are inputting is not an integer value, it will generate the value error. So here let's discuss our code. Like question, our test is we are given two value, we have to perform the division, and the first input will be the number of values we have on end. So let's put it as x is equal to end of input of, and we have a condition for x, its value should be between 0 and 10. Okay, this is our condition. Then next we have to check, that means we have to put the way we are reading a and b inside the try and except error. A equal to a comma b, we are separating it as comma, like we are giving the input as 1 space 0, so you have to separate it with comma. A comma b is equal to map of, we are planning to input a string, map of input, string of input of dot split. Okay, now next is we have to perform division. Okay, then our first accepted error is zero division error. Okay, so for zero division error, what we have to print? When such an error occurs, the sample output is, we have to print it like this. So let's copy this and paste it inside quotes. So next error is when a value comes. So when a value comes, we have to print our value error like this. Okay, so you have to print the value error like that. Just submit the code. When you are submitting the code, you will see that there happens a runtime error. Why? Because built-in functional method object is not iteratable. So object is not iteratable, we have to, the split of, we have generated an error. Okay, so this is what is happening. There is no output in our program. So next thing what we have to do is, we have to, like, there is a complete error and complete mess here. So to solve that, okay, to solve that, first thing what we have to do is x values like this, we have to read each x value. So let's check our error is like unsupported operand by b is not supported. Okay, that is string divided by string is not possible. Okay, so for that we have to convert it into integer. So for dividing, we cannot divide a string, so we have to convert it into integer. Now let's check the code. So here what happens, we are getting only one output, we require 3 output. That means we are just, with this statement we will be inputting only a single number. We will be inputting only a single number, so we have to input all the numbers. So for that, after this we have to put a loop for I in range of n. Okay, and you have to put everything inside our loop. Now next thing, Okay, just run this thing and you will see that not n, our mistake, sorry, my mistake, we have just represented the count as n. No, it's x and not n. So you could see that here another error. This is our output, this is a sample. Our error is we got 3.0, they require only 3, so it is not integer division, we require only the quotient, so one more slash, double slash is required. So once we have placed a double slash, there comes, it's okay, all the sample test cases we have passed. So you could see that we have not passed the hidden test cases. The problem is here you could see it is a hash. That means in the other case it was a dollar sign, here it comes a hash. We have given for any sign you have to print a dollar. So to avoid that you have to use a string formatting. Just put percentages and after quotes just put %b, because b is the one that is causing the error. And again if we submit the code, error that here we have to print like here a is having an error. So for that in this case we have given like b is having an error. So in case of a is having the error, we have to put if a dot is digit equal to is digit is a function false. So with this you could check whether a is having an error or not. So if a is having the error, don't print that. Else case you could print the error with b. So when we run and submit the code, you could see that we have passed all the test cases. Okay, you could see we have passed all the test cases. So thank you.